Good day, everyone. It's so nice to see you all again on screen. By the way, today I'm going to give you the rise of instructional multimedia. Let me give you a short preview of my discussion. First, we're going to venture on instructional multimedia. Second, traditional materials. Then lastly, modern teaching applications for the year 2020. But before we commence to my discussion, I prepared a short game for you. It's entitled The Gibberish Game. All we need to do is to analyze the gibberish words or letters to answer each item. I will give you 10 seconds to provide your answer either in the chat box or here. Are you ready? The correct answer is technology. Second gibberish word we have here. Again, I'm going to give you 10 seconds to finalize your answer. If your answer is media, you are on the right track. Next gibberish word we have here is... Are you ready? If you answer teacher, you are correct. Another gibberish word. Are you ready? The correct answer is interactivity. Last gibberish word. Are you ready? It's projected. All those words has something to do with our discussion today. So let's get started. What is instructional multimedia? Azikwe during 2007 emphasizes that instructional multimedia cover whatever the teacher uses to involve the 5 senses of students, including the sight, hearing, touch, smell, and taste, while presenting his or her lesson. Odigan during 2007 or 1997 hardly believed that instructional multimedia are the things which are intended to help teacher to teach more effectively and enable the students to learn more readily. That way, we prove that instructional multimedia plays a big role as well here in the academic arena. Let me give you the functions of instructional multimedia. First, it clarifies the material. Second, it increases the motivation among the learners. We may use material which will ignite their interest to be drawn in the topic. Third, makes the learning time-bound. Lastly, stimulates the instructional process. Now here is the Cone of Learning by Edgar Dale. Edgar Dale categorizes learners whether they are passive or active. If the learners are only engaged by reading, hearing, looking at pictures, watching a movie, looking at an exhibit, even seeing it done on a location, that will only provide them 10 to 50% of retention. Whereas if we involve our students in participating in a discussion, giving a talk, making a stand, doing a dramatic presentation, simulating the real experiences, or even doing the real thing will provide them an absolutely 90% of retention. See, we must be careful and also be mindful on giving them materials or even activities that will suit their needs. Moving on to the types of instructional multimedia. Which one do you prefer is best? Conventional or technology-based? Conventional, these are materials which are in vernacular form makaluma or traditional. This includes chalkboard, diagram, flashcards, pictures, posters, charts, book, and realia displays. In other words, these are non-projected materials used by teachers. Another one we have here is technology-based. We have projected, social media, and modern teaching application. Let's find out what are the projected multimedia or projected materials. We have here LCD projector, overhead projector, or even films or videos. Second, we have here social media. This includes Facebook, Twitter, Edmodo, or even Instagram. You may also include TikTok. Lastly, we have here modern teaching application. Most teacher uses the following: Google Classroom, Google Meet, Quizzes, Grammarly, Zoom, Schoology, Canva, Powtoon, SlidesGo, Mentimeter, and a lot more. Just remember these things to ponder in choosing an instructional material. First, access. Do your student have an access to your materials? Do they have internet connectivity at the comforts of their home? Do they afford to install an internet from their home? Second, the cost. Do they afford to buy an Android phone? Do they afford to buy the materials that you are requiring them? Third, interactivity. Make sure when you are going to choose an instructional material on your teaching, you must be able to promote interactivity among the learners. Lastly, connectivity. If you have your synchronous class, make sure if your other students loses their internet connectivity, you may assign them these asynchronous activities through Google Classroom so that they can still cater or cope with the things that you've discussed during their absence. I guess that's the end of my report. Thank you for listening and have a great day.